Whisper here. I know this is quite unusual. I haven't uploaded content in a very long time, but I thought I would give it a go because there's this game I've been playing. It's called Root Redemption. As you can see, it's early access, which basically just means you can't really leave a review. It's been out for a little while, but what I have noticed is there's basically no content online about how to play the game very well at all. So there's a lot of people that sort of left in the dark. So what I thought I'd do, I have been playing for probably about a month now. What I thought I'd do is just drop a little bit of content and start a bit of a YouTube community for this game. Now this is obviously something I've never done before. It's a mobile game because I just don't have time to play any other type of game really these days. So for those that were subscribed to the old Whisper stuff, this is probably not for you, but if it is, well, welcome. Let's get started. So really what I thought I would go into is, so it's called Root Redemption, and there are just so many aspects to this game that if it's it can be a little bit overwhelming, and if you aren't aware of how the certain events work, you really miss out. So I'm going to every now and then drop a video on certain features, yeah, and this week, because it's Monday, it's the start of a brand new week, I'm going to talk about verses and how to get good versus points, because every day with verses, you can see we're in phase 1, that just means it's Monday. Every day you can see here are different phases, and if you save certain things for each day, what you end up doing is, see, I've already popped some open, but what you end up doing is getting these chests really for free, just for opening the right things in the right time. So I'm going to show you what to do with verses, and actually particularly I'm going to show you what to do on a Monday. So the phase 1, the first day of verses. We'll get into all the other details sort of as we go. There's just far too much to really go through everything all at once. If all of this is brand new to you, then you're probably still working out the campaign where you sort of circle around and make your base bigger. Just keep doing that until you get to the point where it's all focusing really on your heroes and your base. So let's talk about verses. Verses, if you see here, if I were to click on phase 2, see how like on day 2 you only get points for construction. Day 3 you get points for certain chests, and see research data here, so that's research day. Phase 4, which is a Thursday for me, this is your hero leveling day, so you save all your hero leveling stuff for phase 4. Phase 5 is soldier training day. You can also get construction and research as well, but it's not as good as sort of the dedicated construction and research days. And then phase 6 is war day, it's raid day. You pretty much get points for just killing things, which is pretty cool. But let's talk about phase 1, yeah, which is a Monday, which is radar day basically, and you also level up your fighter. So you can see here there's a bunch of different things. You can use stamina to get points. You complete radar missions, which is every second day you can complete radar missions. You can gather things, that gives you points, and probably the main thing really with radar day is fighter. You can level up your fighter jet and you get points. You don't get points on any other day, so Monday is your day for that. Before we go into verses though, I want to also talk about this thing here. It's under incidents. And there's this thing called mission readiness, which is also really quite important if you're looking for those freebies. So if I tap on here at the calendar, you can see with mission readiness, this cycles through every day. Every day, so starting at 3 AM here, you had hero upgrade, and then 4 hours later, you have base construction, and then train soldiers, and then tech research. And you can see in about 5 minutes, it goes to fighter enhancement. So right now, the time for me is what? It's almost 7 o'clock in the afternoon. So I've waited all day, even though the versus day is fighter day, where if I go into my base, sorry if this is too quick for everyone, but we'll explain it as we go. So if I go to my fighter here, I've got loads of stuff saved up. I've got all this stuff saved up and I've not touched any of it until 7 PM, because if I were to pop it all now, I'd get loads of versus points, and that's really good. That's what you want. You want to get versus points so you can win. You can see here our alliance Phoenix Rising is absolutely smashing these guys. They don't look like they're really trying very hard. But sometimes it's really crucial to get really high versus points. But if you time it right, you can actually double up and also get mission readiness points. Now that doesn't mean you have to win mission readiness. Sometimes, like this guy here he's unloaded on something. Look, he's got, you know, he's pretty massive, right? So he's probably bought a whole load of stuff. This is kind of a pay to win kind of game, and you will just come up against players that absolutely whale into it. You don't have to compete with those guys. Just ignore them, really. I'm sort of partial whale. I do spend money, but not a lot. So it's not about getting first place. It's about getting these 4 chests up the top. And you can see here with mission readiness, although it's on tech research, and if I were to try and get this, I'd have to spend a whole load of tech, but you don't want to do that because versus is more important, right? Tech day is day 3, and that's when we'll do tech. So what you do is ignore mission readiness until it gets to the section of the day. I don't know how to describe that, but do you know what I mean? In 1 minute and 30 seconds time, it's going to switch over to fighter enhancement, which aligns with phase 1 radar, and that's when I'll pop it, because that means I'll get all of the rest of these versus chests, but then at the same time with the same stuff, I'm also going to get all of these mission readiness chests. So that's a little tip that I think a lot of people really miss out on. So if we just wait a second, I'll show you how that goes. So what we got, less than a minute now. And to show you, before we do put it, I'll show you all the stuff that I'm hoarding. Now, as we said, I'm a little bit advanced. I'm certainly not as advanced as some people, but I'm a lot more advanced than others. So you can see here, I'm at level 95, and with the fighter jet, if we look at the level preview, you can see every 5 levels, you have to go through this leveling section where you have to use these fighter parts, and they're kind of hard to come by. They're a legendary item. So I've been saving them up to get my last 4 squares here. And once I do that, I'll probably run out of experience tokens here, but I'm going to level that up. Hopefully I'll get 100. I might not make it. So that's one part of fighter enhancements. The next part is components. You can see I've got some pretty decent components, but there's quite a few updates to do here. I might be able, the next level up is mythic, and that's really hard. You need to, basically you combine all of the grey ones to make a green one, all the green ones to make a blue, blue for purple, purple for orange, and then eventually you get to mythic. I don't know if I'm there yet, but we'll see. I'll fuse all my spare parts together and see if I can get to mythic. The next thing, which has only just come out, is these, what are they called? Wingman. And I really want to get to level 150, because at the moment I've got just the one set of wingmen here, which you can attach to one team. So this is all warrior wingmen, which goes on my warrior team. I want to get the second lot, because that means I can attach a bunch of new wingmen to my second squad, which is a tactical team. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. If you do, well, you'll know that it's a huge boost in power. So I've got a bunch of wingmen chests here to open up, which will also give me points. Right, now that I've been rabbiting on, look at that. Now we're into enhanced fighter. So you can see here you get points for using stamina. You always get points for purchasing packs, but we're not going to do any purchasing today. And you get points for upgrading your fighter. And then of course in versus, well, you get points for upgrading your fighter. So let's go, shall we? Let's upgrade our fighter. So I'm going to start with the first one here, stats. Let's see if we can get to level 100. I think I'm a little bit short, but let's see. One, you can see there at the top. So here's versus points here, they're going up, but you see here also at the same time I'm getting mission readiness, so huge amount of stats. And there we go, I made it past the milestone of level 95. Let's see if I've got enough here to get to 100. I don't think so. Sometimes it crits, which is really nice, but I'm nowhere near having enough, you can see. And I'm getting no crits, which is great. No, I'm not even going to get to 98. That's all I got. So Look, you earn these chips by doing radar missions, by killing monsters, and by killing elite monsters. So they're just bits you just naturally get. If you're a free-to-play player, you'll still get these. You just might not get as many. But as with everything in the game, you can pretty much get everything for free. And if you spend a bit of money, you can get just a little bit more, or a lot more, depending on how much you spend. But there we go. I made it to 97, so I'm still not quite there. But maybe next week I'll get my level 100. Let's go to components. Let's use these. What have I got? Didn't quite make it. No, I think actually getting the mythic is going to take ages. It takes so many components. Oh no, this is 6 to 7, so that's a pretty big upgrade there. So I got more defense, an extra 1,000 defense, which is really good. So that was a bunch more power. Oh, same with this one. So you get more power. See, I've got 139,000 power with this one. I'm going to upgrade it, and that gets me a whole bunch more, and that's really good. So attack. Actually got some good upgrades this week. Oh, and another one. Wow, nice. So that's everything level 7. So now the long journey to get mythic, that's going to take a while. Now the next one, this is quite exciting. I'm going to open up my wingman chests. All of them. That's pretty cool. So this with these chests, there's I think it's a 15% chance to get a. I call them legendary, but the game calls them UR, which means ultra rare. So that's actually pretty crap, to be fair. That many chests, but still, not going to complain. Got a few. Go to these ones. And this one, what's this? 2% chance to get a legendary. The same one you get. None. The components there, if you get enough, I think it's 800, you can craft a new legendary, which is cool. So I've got 1,000 so I can craft one later. And the green chest, yeah, it's only 0.2%, but you open them anyway, because what we do with the spares is you can add them to, see all these spares, you got research data, and you see it makes the level advance. So if I would have just had quick add, 149, damn it, one off. But there's a bunch of epics that I could probably use. So I've had quick add. I'm just going to make sure it's not going to eat anything I want. So I don't want any of the greens. I don't want any of the blues. See, it's added them already. It's added 6 of these epics. I'm actually going to take the epics out because I want to think about that. I think it's adding the epics because these epics I've already got legendaries. I think it automatically adds those, but we'll do it separately. So all the greens, these books and all the greens and all the blues gets me to a level 136. Now the epics, let's first, you can see here there's 4, I think we'll do a separate video of explaining wingmen because there's loads to it. So I won't go into it now, and I'm not going to go into detail with leveling, but we'll go another time. We'll go through it. But let's go back to versus because that's what it was all about. You can see here just from upgrading my fighter jet components, I've gone all the way to 7 million. So I've got the big lucrative 7 million chest, and look, this is really good loot. Research data is really good. You need that. You need it to progress further in the game. Loads of refined stone. A hero shard, which is great, and look, even more components, and you get all of these chests. This is just because the only reason I got these chests is because I saved all of my fighter parts until today, and that is what is key. And because I not only saved it for the day, but I saved it for the right time in the day, I also get these chests for free. So a bunch of skill experience, a bunch of resources and speed ups. All of these you really need to progress. So it's all about timing, this game. Look at all that free stuff I just got. Didn't spend a single pound. So that is day 1 of radar. Oops, in the wrong one. What I'll do is tomorrow I'll go through construction. So you can see here, Actually, it's a really good thing to just quickly talk about. You can see there I've not got much in construction. That's because I'm saving hard for one particular upgrade, and that's level 30 alpha research, which is just stupid expensive. So although I've got all these building queues that are sitting there idle, I'm hoarding my resources so I can construct one thing. So what sometimes happens in the game is you get to the stage where I'm at where you don't want to construct anything, and so construction day is quite difficult. So what you've got to look out for is there are other things that give you points. Trucks, survivors, special missions, not just construction. So when I say you have to save everything for the right day, it's exactly what I mean. See survivors here? That's over here. When you go to recruit hero, you can recruit survivors. And you can see here I've got 112 tickets because I don't recruit any until Tuesday. And this, just the 100 odd survivors, that will give me loads of versus points. That will probably put me all the way up to like the 3 million chests just with the survivors. Some other things like research. So today, you get radar mission, sorry not research, radar. That happens every second day. So radar is obviously the first one. Day 3, radar. Day 5, radar. And then basically the days in between, you don't get points for radar. So the idea is, because you can save up radar, you can, so I can save 40, I'm quite high level, but I think most people can save 30, that's sort of where it starts. Because you can save up 30 radar, that's what you do the day before. And so you can see here I've got 32 saved up, so I'm going to pop all these open. Look at this. Loads. And watch this. Bang. So loads, look, 9 million oil, this is fantastic. This is just great. So that, what was I on? I was on 7 million. Now, what are my points? 9 million. So I just got an extra 2 million points purely for popping my radars. Again, free. All I had to do is get the timing right. And I'm not even done yet. Look, I've just deployed all these radars.
Hey, we're back. Hey, we're back. Miss us? Hey, no, the survivors and souvenirs.
And that's it. I've just unloaded all my radars. Look how many points I've got now. So I unloaded my fighter ships, I unloaded my radars, and now I'm on 10 million points, and I didn't spend anything. Pretty awesome, right? We'll go into detail of how I got so many points, because there's research like this, where tech research, where you boost. You can look at this first one here. I get 50% more points for radar. I'll talk about that another time, but just quickly, this is what you want to focus on first. Forget about literally everything else. Also radar. Get this, maybe not max, but go to like level 8 or level 9, all the way down to the end, because the more points you get, the more rewards you get, which means the more points you get, more rewards you get. It just pays off. So that's what you want to do. I think we're going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. As I said, I'm not very good at this. I'm still learning. This is a brand new sort of venture for me, but we'll get there, yeah? Thanks for watching, and if you want to see more content, just have a like and subscribe. I really don't care about the algorithm. This is just pretty much going to be for the community, but if you want to see more of these, please do let me know, and we'll go through sort of every day of the verses, and then I'll take you through basically all the other secret elements of the game that give you more points for free. And eventually, because there are some pretty cool events that happen in this game, I'll start recording the events as well. So things like the raid day and what we got, like these Pandora, that's a pretty cool event that happens. Zombie Siege, that's a new event that happens now. There's a bunch of different things, so yeah, I'm going to start creating content. Thanks for watching, see you next time.